Well, we're here at bizinthehood.com. We're over at bizinis, and we are here with. Could you introduce yourself to everybody?
My name is Tanya. Hi, how are you?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. And you are one of the family members that owns this.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about who exactly is involved with this.
Well, it's me, my husband, my brother-in-law, my sons. We do have some outside help, but basically it's just us. That's it.
So purely family owned and operated.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how long have you guys been here?
Well, we've had this place for about 8 years, and it started off as a big eyesore, and it took us a while to get it together because we didn't have any finances from anybody, so we would fix it up, stop, then come back. When we regroup, fix it up some more, then stop. But now so far, with the grace of God, we've been open up for 4 years.
That sounds great. I mean, so you got everybody kind of chipped in and building the deck and okay.
Yes, blisters on my fingers. Yes.
So they had you out there nailing things and everything.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, great. Well, a lot of people are going to look at the name and they're going to say bizinis. Where does that come from?
Right. It came from my husband. Yes, definitely. I'm quite sure you guys are familiar with The Godfather. And it's a trader in there whose name is Barzini. But that's what we got the Barzini from the Barzini. But the thing was, most black people, we really don't support each other enough. Let me say that. And we wanted a name that would draw not just blacks, but everybody. So when you hear Bazinis, you don't just think of that's nieces or the nieces or whoever, however. And it's just different. And it does. It draws all kinds of people.
Now, speaking of all kinds of people, I was talking to Gil, your brother-in-law, and he was saying that you guys have been here and you haven't done any advertising at all.
Not at all. Word of mouth. Word of mouth.
So what's the secret to that? Because a lot of people say, "Well, I'm trying to do word of mouth," but
no, it didn't actually. We know a lot of people, so that was a lot. And then just having, once a person come in and they taste your food, and if they like it, even the ones that's skeptical, the ones that be like, "Dang, I don't like going anywhere," or "I don't want to eat at any place," or just people that just question anything that they eat because I do it and I know everyone else does. So. Once they get in the doors, we got them, and on top of that, the half price shrimp. So it was like giving away food, but we didn't mind. In return, we get a lot of people that call and say thank you and they appreciate us. So I think that's the biggest gift from out of all this.
All right, now you mentioned the cooking and the food. Now I know you mentioned that you guys do pretty much everything, and I know as you've grown, you've added more cooks and more help. But tell me this, and this is a question I want to ask. In terms of being owners that cook, what was the first thing that you cooked that you thought was really, really good, and then the first thing that you thought was going to be really good but wasn't good?
Well, that's a kind of tricky question because everything that we did cook, it has been good. Honestly, and listen, I'm a very picky person, but I can say I think the first really big thing on the menu, other than the half price shrimp, was the fish salads. You can get a salmon salad, flounder salad, whiting, or tilapia, grilled or fried. And what happened was I used to make them in here for myself, and I was just like, well, let's put it on the menu, and that sold. Honestly, we had no complaints about the things that we sell, and we don't, we sell varieties of things, so I just know, and like my husband and my brother-in-law, we try to, how, let me say this, when you start off, we want to end off the way we started off. You know what I'm saying? We didn't start something and then, lack in between. So we're the same as we was when we first opened. We give the same quality of food as we first did. So I think that counts a lot also. And then I know I'm funny and I want to go into a clean restaurant. I want to make sure that everything is, neat. And, I'm going to look at everything. And I expect that for my customers. But we just try to give them what we want and what we look for.
Well, that turns out that you've been recognized for all that hard work and attention to detail, because he was telling me about an award that you guys recently won.
Yes, 5-star takeout restaurant. Yes.
The first time in the history of Philadelphia.
Yes.
So how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel good, but it's hard. It's hard, keeping things the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? This is not a walk in the park. But I mean, at the end of the day, if I can get a certificate, if I can just get a customer to call and say, well, Dag, I really like this food. Thank you. I mean, honestly, because before we came into this restaurant business, I would have never called a place back and was like, you know what? That food was so good. I really wanted to just say thank you and keep up the good work. And when it was done to us, I really was like, wow, I never done that. And I really appreciate that. So now I will do that. I will express, and let a cook know what that was really good, or keep up the good work, because it really does. When you're working hard, you do need that, and that's the part of it. It makes you feel like what you're doing is worthwhile.
Well, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us. We really appreciate it. And like I said, we're here at bizinis. Give them the location and the number.
It's 1800 Lindley Avenue, 215-329-6465.
You can call them, you can stop by. They've got excellent shrimp salads, and from the way it's smelling in there, my stomach has been growling since I've been here. So you can come by, or you can holler at them at bizinthehood.com/bizinis. Hope to see you here. Well, we actually have the next generation of Bizinis ownership here. This is Kevin.
How you doing?
Now, you are your uncle and your father own this, and we just got a chance to talk to your mom, and so we wanted to hear from the next generation of Bizinis family owners. And so we just had a couple of questions for you. You told us you've been working in here since before you got started, because you helped to actually make everything happen. What's it been like for you watching it go from a shack to this?
A blessing. It changed our lives around. At first I had doubts, because it started real slow, but then as you can see it picking up. It's just a wonderful thing.
Now, do you get recognized by people out in the street?
A lot. A lot. Everywhere I go, Bizinis! Yeah. Hey, and it's a good feeling though. It's a real good feeling. You get to meet different people, and it's fun. I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
Now, I know being in the restaurant business is a lot of hard work. And how old are you now?
20.
Okay. So you've been doing this for about the last 4 years or so. So you started when you were 16. Now, with everything that you've learned, does this make you want to go into the restaurant business?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but I like it here, because I done developed skills. I can cook very well, so I was thinking about it, but still, I'm taking my time.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking my time, but I would love to take over the business though,
Okay.
and branch out. But I would love to do that. It's like it became a passion. It's like everyday thing now.
All right. Now, we got one last question for you. You mentioned that you've learned how to cook, and you were talking earlier about your prep work and everything. What is the best thing that you can cook?
I'm not going to limit myself like that. I can cook everything I do. I try to do it the best. Everything I do.
So you're good at everything.
Yeah, I got a lot of creativity.
So what was the one thing that you cooked that you thought was going to be off the hook, but it turned out to be not so good?
The Gill Special. The Gill Special. Like, that's his signature. That's my uncle's signature meal. I tried to duplicate it. It didn't turn out so good.
So you're not Gil yet.
Not yet. I'm working though. I'm almost there.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We're here at bizinis, and it was great to talk to the next generation. So you can come in, holler at Kevin. His name's not bizinis, but you can holler at Kevin. And we're here at bizinis Restaurant. Thank you so much for having us and for talking to us. We appreciate it. And you saw it here on bizinthehood.com/bizinis, and come by and check them out.